Good morning.
Yay! Another day!
We're back. We're back
From what?
We're back from the RV summit.
Yes.
Holding the camera again. Starting to share stuff. Because we needed a couple days just to recover from the whirlwind of the summit.
Yes.
Eh? What are you doing way over there in the corner?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll come right next to you.
Yes. Okay, so we're back here and we're out. Where are we? We're
right outside of Memphis in a really cute little town called Germantown.
Yes.
And we need to circle back around in Memphis and actually do Memphis.
I like Elvis. Yeah, I do.
Pretty cool. What's she doing? Oh yeah, wow. That was impressive.
Trish, you gonna switch directions altogether?
I like a good A-frame. Yes.
Do you think this is big enough for us?
Caleb said, you know what? I think you could do the whole United States in this thing.
You probably could, actually.
You probably could.
Oh, actually, I know you can.
Well, yeah, we know you can.
Who's in here? What are you doing?
Hey.
Okay, he's just
Chillaxing.
Forest River 2401 WS. It's like a Class C with a couple slides. Here, I'll flip it around so you can see. So we got a bed in the back. What's in here? Bathroom. Okay. Got a single fridge, Norcold, gas stove, microwave. Got the front cab area here, built on, I guess, by Mercedes. I don't know if it's a Sprinter frame. And it looks like it's just one huge long slide that comes out. I'm not sure there's a slide over here. No, it doesn't look like this moves. So this side stays put, and this slide comes out. And then it looks like there's storage and TV and all that stuff up above.
one thing that I forgot to show you. Dutch door.
There's kids inside.
There's kids inside. No, but look, it's a Dutch door.
It'd be great for dogs.
Yes, if you had a dog,
He'd
you
just
still have the breeze come in.
stand up on his hind legs.
Yes.
The 315.
That was a very typical dealer experience.
There, you gotta come in the right way.
Okay.
You know when you remodel a house and you refurbish a house?
Yeah.
You want people to take the exact, okay, when you come to my house, I know GPS is gonna turn right instead of left. I want you to see the neighborhood as I want you to see it. Anyhow,
Yeah, as a former realtor, I know all about that.
hello, how are you?
There's Sherry.
For a minute.
And there's Pat. That's your mom, Mark. Your mom and your aunt.
That Level Mate Pro is a lifesaver. And when we were in RVE, I got out of my truck and I was pitching Chad, who's an insider that has a reflection fifth wheel, and I was selling him on the Level Mate Pro, and he was, saying this thing's so great, you should get one and whatnot, because that's what we do. We're just constantly like advocating all this stuff we learned. And then he showed me that he's got an auto level system, and that's the last time I ever talked to Chad. Richie, not clearly my favorite cousin.
No, I mean,
Missy made this awkward. My other cousin.
yeah, you can't call him your favorite.
I can on camera.
Right now, we are in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And we are at the bathhouses. This one is called the Four Dice, kind of like four dice, that's how you pronounce it. But recently we had a government shutdown, and I guess a gentleman drove all the way out here to see the bathhouses, but they were closed. So we went for a swim in that little hot water fountain, and he got arrested. So don't do that. Wait for this to be open. There are 2 free tour times during the day, and we're on the 11 o'clock free tour. So let's go.
How much was the tour?
The tour is completely free.
Really?
Yes, and it's twice a day.
Oh, did you say that? I wasn't listening?
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh.
So,
I just assumed it cost something.
No, not this. Now there's a modern bathhouse right next door where you can get like massages and things.
Ooh,
yes.
yeah.
And then
Like a
the
spa?
next one down is an old-fashioned one where they put you through a series of treatments, like a needle shower.
Okay.
That doesn't sound super fun, but a hot bath. Like you go through stages.
Okay.
So anyway, but this area was where people went as like a last resort when nothing else could heal them. And
Okay.
they came here to find peace and healing.
Okay, so we have tasted the hot spring water.
Pinkies up.
But Trish has some facts about this water, which are fascinating, really.
Fascinating. Well, this is geothermal water, but it doesn't have sulfates in it, like the sulfur that you smell at Yellowstone
Or Rotorua.
Rotorua in New Zealand. But this water has gone through an entire process that's like over how many years old?
4,000 years old.
So
From rainwater 4,000 years ago when the pyramids were being built in Egypt, this rainwater was falling here. And now through the geothermal layers, it's come up.
come back up.
And it goes, before we drink it, because it has to be cooled, it goes through the bathhouse and people sit in it. And then it comes out this little faucet and then you drink it.
Gross.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
wait.
kidding on that part. So I think. Anyhow, but the reason it doesn't smell is because it's a natural spring water coming up from the geothermal layer, a lot like the hot water beach in New
Yes.
Zealand,
Yes.
where you dig down and you get access to these little strands of hot water coming up from the core.
So cool. I just think that the coolest thing is that this water fell to the earth, right? It fell to the earth and then was filtered at the same time the pyramids were being built,
And now we're drinking it.
and now we're drinking it. I feel like I need like a little honey and maybe lemon.
You know, I was
and
going to
we can make
mention
it warm
that it
honey
was
water.
actually very tasty water.
Yeah.
And it was like sweet. It was good and it was
I think that
warm.
might be a little bit of a stretch, but I can see where you're coming from.
Well, it's not like
still
it was
water.
sweet, but you
Don't
know how
think
you
you're
can.
gonna-
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't like Propel. All right. So what's the plan? Where are we going? Because I was parking the car. So like, is there like, how long is the tour?
The tour is 45 minutes.
Okay.
And they're going to bring us through this.
Did you mention that? Was I recording you in the opening scene? I didn't listen to a word you said. Now I'm asking you everything, asking you all the questions.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter. It's 45 minutes, and we're only going through this bathhouse,
Okay.
Fordyce.
Okay.
And then I think we're going to go walk next door and actually partake in a bathhouse.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Are you having
And
fun?
then I am, and then we had lunch at Al Capone's old joint, the Ohio Club. Had lunch in there, right?
And his little hotel is right down here. I guess they used to rent out the 4th floor for the whole crew. And then they kind of take over the place. And this was the peace zone, like no killing each other here in
okay,
this town
good.
because they were here to relax.
So I read a little bit about Al Capone, and it turns out he was making in his heyday between $60 and $100 million a year. He tried to do the right thing when he got married in Chicago, and he had a baby on the way, and so he actually went back to Chicago not to Chicago, he went back to where he was from.
New York.
Okay,
Brooklyn.
New York, to kind of do the clean life kind of thing.
Okay.
And then something else happened within the
You get bored?
the mob family. No, his dad got ill, I believe.
Oh.
Went back to Chicago. You know, you are who you hang out with. And next thing you know, he took over the business. And anyway, turned it into all sorts of things from prohibition to prostitution to gambling.
Oh, boy.
And built a pretty big empire. And then, of course, what does he get nabbed for? Tax evasion. That's the problem. Making $60, $100 million a year.
You got to stay on top of
You
those
gotta
taxes.
pay those taxes.
Death and taxes, right?
Now we are headed to Jacksonville, Mississippi, which is 4 hours away. So I think what we're gonna do is head about 2 hours down the road so we can get somewhere by 5:30. Set up, hook up, but not detach. Get some work done. And start to really plan now. What are we doing on our way to Florida? And really start making, like,
you mean we have to have a plan?
well, we've been going from event to event to event to event, and now now we're back. We have no obligations. The only thing we have to do is we have to be at Orlando by April 20. And we're back on our time,
Yes.
and so we need to figure out a plan.
Okay. So we were chatting about, because we're on our way to Mississippi. And so Mark was like, have you ever had anybody like introduce themselves and be like, I'm from Mississippi?
I've never met anyone from Mississippi, which I know that sounds crazy, but we are
Only
from
because
Arizona.
we're from the West Coast, and so that's not typically, we meet a lot of people from Chicago.
Well, I think that was the thing. Is like where are you from? You know, Michigan or Atlanta or
Yes.
Savannah or or North Carolina or Charlotte or New York, but not once has anyone ever said Mississippi.
Mississippi. So I thought I'd look it up and see who's from Mississippi. So like huge names: Elvis, Oprah, James Jones, Tennessee Williams, Jim Henderson, you know, Muppets. And then let's see. Oh, it just keeps on going. Leanne Rimes, like
A lot of people apparently from
a lot of
Mississippi.
music people.
I do know how to spell it thanks to 6th grade.
Yes. Oh, that is funny. So anyway, that would be pretty bad though. Like in the summertime, people would be sticking
Well, you should
out
be able to
their
make a
ground.
reservation, but the whole reservation of a particular site, like they should take the approach of Southwest Airlines.
Yes, you have to turn right.
So turn right.
Like the water's down there, so I'd prefer to be by the water.
All right. I mean, the idea that if you want to add another night, you have to move sites is kind of silly. When the next guy that's coming in doesn't know where he's going to be.
Right.
It's 3:43. We're really capitalizing on our time in Jackson.
We're not.
We started working this morning on email, and then it was 3:30.
Yeah.
So anyhow, but we are going to extend to one more day. That's our big plan now. Is Nikki Porter has been an insider forever.
Forever.
And this is her hometown. I sent her an email not thinking she'd be here because she's a traveling nurse. And I said to her, hey, we're in your hometown. You have any suggestions? And she says, I happen to be here. So we're going to go meet for coffee in the morning.
Yay!
And we did it at like 9 a.m. They forced us to get out.
Yes.
And then we're going to make the most of our time. Because we're in Jackson, Mississippi at the perfect time.
The weather is gorgeous.
It's fantastic. It's a sunny day. We're at a beautiful place. This is Timberland Campground.
Yeah, it's a good.
So anyway, we're gonna get out tomorrow. And we're gonna make the most of our time in Jackson tomorrow. Then on Thursday morning, we're gonna drive down to Alabama along the coast and connect up with Techno RV. Oh, Trish, your phone's ringing. I don't know if you want to get that.
I'm excited about that.
Anyhow, so but Carson, in the meantime, Carson wants to play a little basketball. Where are you going?
Gonna play with you guys, the big kids.
Tell Caleb what you were talking about. About my moves. About my moves.
Oh, that's pretty good. He's like,
Okay, hold the camera. Carson, hold Dad's camera real quick.
why?
So he can show me what he has.
No. I've got arthritis kicking in right now, and my showtime's done. Anyhow, all right. Well, that was a good little game. That was fun. I'm glad. We also got a football, and we need to get a frisbee. Yeah.
A frisbee?
Yeah, we need to get a frisbee, and we have a football, and so that's what we're doing this season. But I don't think I can play basketball that much because it is a bit hard on my knees. So I think there's a lot of horse and around the world in my future.
Okay.
Not a lot of one-on-one.
But when I 1v1 Dad,
Well, okay, I take that back. We're gonna play one more 1v1 just so I can absolutely annihilate you, put you in your spot, and then we'll go back.
I was pretty scared when you were 2 points ahead of me.
I shouldn't have let up. What's this?
Authentic Chinese. The menu is even in Chinese. Well, and English,
Okay.
but Chinese first. I'm starving. I feel like I'm gonna faint. We have
Man,
no
have you seen
food.
outside? It looks absolutely gorgeous. You gotta see the
Wow.
sunset.
Let's go see it.
Wait.
What?
Have you seen outside? Look at that. See straight over there? Straight over there?
Yeah?
That's where Dad lost that basketball.
You coming to dinner with us?
Yeah, I don't know if Caleb is, but, you know. See, get my hat.
Tell Caleb that we're going to Chinese and he'll come.
Caleb, we're going to Chinese. Caleb.
Oh, awesome! I'd love you guys to pick me up something.
Tell him he has to come.
Mom says you have to come.
Mom's.
No,
Mom
Caleb.
Also.
Caleb doesn't have.